Start recording. So Supriya has created this dashboard UI. Dashboard API is already over here. So if we see the dashboard API, we are getting some just the count. Okay, whatever the count we are like total student, total enrollment, active batches, weekly enroll, all the just statistical data, right? We are getting from this API. It's a simple get API. Whatever the data we get, that we are going to show it over here. And two more is APIs I will create. Currently, I think this is hard. Is this hard code, Supriya, or getting from API?
No, it's coming from API.
Okay, but I will provide you one more API to get the recent data because you have might in implemented Gate API, right?
Yes, Gate API.
Okay, so I will provide you one more API which will be giving you let's say last week or current month records. Okay, that will be recent.
Mm-hmm.
And this data is not coming from API.
Everything is coming just apart from the last line, like since last
Uh,
month. That is hard
no,
coded.
we have so much data, na? We need more card,
Uh,
na? This I'm talking.
uh,
We
okay,
we
I
have so
think
much data, right?
this good.
See,
Mm-hmm.
in here also you can again bifurcate. Some are today's, let's say
Mm-hmm.
today's receive, today's enrollment. Some are monthly also. Again, you can
Mm-hmm.
bifurcate. You can create one card, and inside that, let's say weekly, daily, and inside that, in one card you
Mm-hmm.
can show all the count,
Mm-hmm.
like daily,
Uh,
what new enrollment, what fees received, like that.
mm-hmm. I think before we just discussed like we need four
Yeah.
things, so I displayed four
Yeah.
things.
So just add one more card and let's
Mm-hmm.
say today's data into that, weekly data into that, and monthly data into that. So just three cards.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think UI is also proper now. So last session we completed the student, no? Edit and delete everything was done or somewhat remaining. What was remaining? We completed everything over here or something was remaining in student.
This setup is basic setup is completed. It's not completed in add or delete.
Okay, so we discussed that generic service. Okay, time got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in student, so you did this code, Supriya, or I have done this?
I did it.
Okay, you did it.
Mm.
Okay. Uh, so what you have used? A normal template form, no?
Mm-hmm.
No. How you are reading the data? Form data.
In form, I have not implemented.
Okay,
It
okay.
was there.
Fine.
Form was there. I just fixed the add
Get it.
button.
Just the gate API you have integrated, na? Form post API you have not done, na?
No, no, no.
Okay.
It was the form was already there, so I have not touched the form thing.
Okay. Fine. And gate API I have done it, na?
No, I have
Okay.
fixed it.
Fine. So in last session, I have explained like we will use the reactive form, but instead of creating reactive form in the component, we will create our form into service, and that form we will use it into our component. Okay. So this scenario, normally what we know, we create reactive form into our component and we use that. But let's say you have a big form or you have a stepper, and inside your component, you are going to use another components also. Let me open Paint, then you will be able to imagine. Okay, let's say this is our page. Inside that page, you have steps, one step, two step, three step, four step. Around four steps are there. If you click on this step, one particular component will open. If you click on this, one component will open. If you click on this, one component will open. If you click on this, another component will open. At a time, only one component will be active. Getting it? Stepper. So in product form, we have decided to choose this approach. Are you able to relate?
Yes.
Okay. But this component is separate. This component is also separate. This component is also separate. This component is also separate. But overall, it's a product form. Just consider. So now, like all these components are different component, but in different component, we should get a single instance of reactive form. Correct? Just we are talking about a product form. Product form, whatever the fields we have, it's come under a single entity. But again, that UI is separate, right? So all this component should share a single instance of our reactive form, right? So we cannot create this form into our component. So if you have this kind of scenario, so instead of creating your form into component, we create that form into our service. So a single instance of reactive form we can use over all the component. Got it? Scenario.
Then can you explain once again?
See, normally what we do, let's say we have an individual component. Here only we will create the form, right? And here we have the form. Okay, this is normal way. In .ts, we will create the form, and this form we will use it in our HTML. This is normal scenario. Clear about this?
Yes.
But let's say this is your product page. Okay, this is product component. And inside product component, this is stepper. Okay, on click of each step, we will, let's say, basic component. Then let's say we have images component. Then we have attributes. And here we will have, let's say, what was there? Shipping or something. Okay. So all these data are related to product only. But these are coming from different component. Forms are here our different component. And product, we have a single object of product where we have basic detail also, images also, attributes also, and shipping information also. But if we talk about the UI is coming in different component. So can we create a reactive form in every component? No, na? Because our product form is whole. A single object is there, right? Out of that, properties are our form field are coming from different component. So we cannot create our reactive form into component now. We can create, but that is not the right way to do it. Okay. So you understood the scenario now? What I'm
Yes, Chetan.
So if we have a scenario like this where our UI is separated in different component, so there is no single place now where we can create our reactive form. Now because that reactive form we are going to use in all the different components. So how you can have a single instance of reactive form, and in each component also you cannot create a reactive form also. Again, it will be very hard to manage or to get the form value complete object. Again, we need to write the custom code. So instead of that, we create reactive form object into a service. Okay. And service, here we will create the form. Now this form which we have created, we will use it over here in all the component, so that we will have a single object of our reactive form. Now it is clear.
Yes, Chetan.
Okay. I have taken this scenario, but we are just going to do the normal thing. Okay. Then you will understand. And in your e-commerce application, at least someone can try this. Okay. Just do the basic code. Then again, tomorrow we will see that same scenario in our React e-commerce application also. Okay. Now, so where it was student. Okay. So let me show where is the student API. Create student. So this is the object. Okay. Now what normally we do here, we create the student object and student form with the control, and we bind it into the HTML. But instead of that, I want to create my form into my service over here. Okay. Just like a variable, right? So student form colon data type will be form group is equal to new form group round bracket curly bracket. I'm just initializing a empty form. Okay. Now I will create a method. Just a minute. Nice. My sprint planning is also going on, but my tickets are yet to come. Okay. So we have created our form just. Okay. Now we need one more method. Initialize form. Okay. Now over here, we will just initialize the control inside this form. So this dot student form is equal to new form group, round bracket, curly bracket, enter. This is how we initialize the form. Now, what are the controls we have? Means nothing but object that we will copy, and here I will paste it. These are going to be my control. Over here we need new form control like this. Student ID we have to initialize with 0. Okay, comma. Now the string I will replace with new control round bracket. All the fields are with string, so I will initialize with empty. Okay, so this is our normal reactive form. We have created a variable inside that we have stored the form, and we have created this function where we are initializing the form. Now this function I need to call in the constructor so that whenever my service object got created, constructor will execute and my form will be initialized. Clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Guys, everyone clear till now?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, so I have created form over here, right? But now this form object I will need in my component also, right? So in student form, here again I will create the form. Form, let's say, let's give the same name, form, colon, form group. Okay, we need to initialize it also, new form group. Okay, now, so in student service, we have created form, and here only we have properly initialized the form. So what we can do in our component, in constructor, what we will do, this dot form is equal to this dot student service. Okay, we didn't create an object of student service. Let's create object student SRV student service. Okay, so student service dot, what you will assign over here? Student form, right? Getting it?
Line number 14 service is already there, right?
Okay, it was already there. Let's remove it. Okay, so see, in service we have created form. Here we have initialized all the control. Okay, and now in my component I have created a variable with data type form group, means just a normal form I have created. But inside this form, now I'm assigning an instance of variable which is from my service. But basically inside that I have a control, means all the controls are created. So see over here. Here also I'm adding a debugger, and in service constructor also I'm adding a debugger over here also. So just see the execution now. Reload. Okay, so see, first instance where we got in student service. Okay, so constructor got executed, then it will go to this function. So if you see the student form, currently it doesn't have any control. See, empty. Okay, now I'm going to execute this. So in my student form, I have the controls now. See, okay, let's continue. Now, if you see, my constructor from my component also got executed. So see in this dot form, I got the same instance. Clear this?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So in component, we haven't created or we haven't initialized the form. We are taking the reference of form from my service. Clear now? Now, remaining things will be same. Okay. Like how do we bind and everything. Here we will use form. Where it is? Form group, square bracket, form group. Oh, it's not suggesting. Okay, reactive form module. form group is equal to form. Okay, then form controller name is equal to, so I will just copy paste this, I will replace with this. Form is in our service now. So name over here, then this is for email, so email, then this is for phone, so control name phone, then this is for address, then here we have city, and last one is pin code. Okay, so what are the controls we have that we have binded to our form also? Now on click of, where we have submit button. Okay, no, this is wrong. So we need this submit button inside a form only, or let it be. We will use normal click event on save. Okay, now this function we will create into our component. Okay, now in my service also I will create a function to actually insert the data. Create student, okay, constant form value is equal to this dot, what do we say, student form dot value. Okay, let's add a debugger over here, and this function we will call it from over here, this dot student service dot create student, just a normal function I'm calling. Okay, we are not writing API call till now. I just want to see if in service over here we get the form value or not, that we want to check. Right, let's try. On click of add, let's say name Chetan, address, okay, on click of save. Why our function is not getting executed? We didn't save it.
So our function is in service, right? But
We
in
didn't
the
save.
component, we not create anything.
No, I didn't save all the file. This function should get called now. I didn't save it, that's why.
Okay, component.
Uh, can anyone take the control and test this? My story is going to be discussed. Anyone? Ask for the control. Supriya, can you ask for the control? Just test this, okay? I will be back in 5 minutes. Supriya, ask for the control. Anyone who can take the control?
1 minute, sir, I just opening my laptop.
Or Rahul, anyone? Just take the control and just test it.
Yeah, okay, Chetan.
Or just a minute.
Chetan, can you accept the request?
Click on the console, what's the error is showing?
Yes, data is coming there.
What?
The control names and data also correct.
Guys, the API integration is not.
API is not.
It's only taking what to data enter the accept or not.
In the form the student you get the value, right?
Yes, yes.
Form value.
That's
Okay.
only testing.
That's only. Now you need to call the API for creation. In the service, you can just create API calling. Here, get all student you see, huh? Just create for creation.
Okay. Are you able to get the value in service?
Yes.
Yes, Chetan.
Okay, just a minute. थोड़ा लैपटॉप बघा क्लोन होते. Okay, where are we? On click of save. Wait, why it's saying this? Okay, on click of save. So from this save, we are trying to execute this function in the service. So see over here also we are getting the value. So means just remember now. Okay, what we did, we created form into our service. Okay, and now this form we have provided means instance of this form we have attached to a variable into our component. But in component, even if we are changing into the form, same value is getting updated over here also. So now you understood this? Then I will come to the image and explain there. Everyone understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Chetan.
Now coming back to over here. So let's say you have form over here. In product form, you have created form in the service. Okay. Over here, you have created your form. Now all the different component, by taking the reference of this form, you get a single instance. Means let's say you first your basic component got initialized. You are in the step one. This component is rendered now. So here you have taken the instance of form. You fill the form. Now form value got updated over here. Then you clicked on the next tab. Then your images tab came. But in images tab, you need to show the product name also. So now that product name is available in the form. So now you can get the value of the form and you can display the product name over here also. Same over here also, you can access the product name and everything because you have a single instance of the form. And while saving also, now you don't need to pass form object from your component. In service, you already have it. Getting it? See over here also. Now, do you need to pass the form value? Normally, let's write the API call. In over here. So return this .http .post. Post needs 2 parameter URL. Wait, what is this HTTP? HTTP client, no? Okay. So where is our URL? This is our URL. And now over here you will pass the form value. Sorry, here we don't have to write the subscribe. Okay. So now you are making an API call. So normally what we does, whenever we write the API call, we have to pass the object also. But now in service, you have the object. So every time whenever you are updating or creating new call, you don't need to send the form because form value is already getting updated in the service. Okay. So dot subscribe. Why subscribe is not coming? Yeah. Understood? Now you don't need to worry about the form sending and getting the value. Inside your service, you already have the form value. Okay. Now come to this. So in this product component, you have the stepper over here and you have some div, and inside that div, your respective component is going to open. And in the product component below, you have the save button. On click of this save button, you will call your service. Now in your service, you have the form already. So whenever you are updating data from all the different component, whole form data is you have it in your service object. So you don't have to manually create the form and provide the values like that, from getting from all the component, creating proper object, then sending it back to the component to save. But now, because you have your form object into your service, even though you are updating the data from different component, you have the data ready in your service. You don't have to again write the custom code to create that object, what you need to be sent to the API. Got the scenario now? Guys, understood what we tried?
Yes.
I don't know, like if everyone is able to play. I was coming.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Can-
instead of
Right.
right.
So because we saw the very basic implementation, but understand this, try to relate this with. Okay.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
So just try to do this, or if you just for a practice now, is just create a normal form, and that form field try to have it in different component. Okay, and then try that. Or someone Supriya or someone can just create a mock form. Tomorrow we will try to implement this scenario. Then it will be more clear. Okay. Clear, guys?
And like only one save button is there, like a basic component that images
Yeah.
attribute. This
All
entire
this
form.
data you will get it on the save, because even though you are updating data from different component, your data is already inside in the form.
Okay.
Okay. Because your form is a single instance, na? That single instance you are using in all the component.
That whole
Whenever,
object we can pass like when user click that time only, no?
right. In the service you form dot value, na, you will get basic component, basic detail, images, attributes, shipping, everything you will get in the form.
Okay.
Okay. If you are able to relate this, then you will be able to understand the scenario.
So
Okay.
first time the basic component or data will be saved, right?
Yeah, but if you are typing, let's say you have a text box of product name. Once you provide the product name, that will get updated in over here also. If you are creating image, that will get stored into form only. Attribute over here. Whenever you are making changes, all data will go over here only in the form service. Understood, Sonu?
Yes.
Forget about this. If it is hard to relate, you understood this scenario which we have created. Instead of
Yeah.
creating form into your component, you have created your form into your service. If this is also clear, now it is enough.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, fine. So tomorrow we will try to implement this scenario. Okay,
Mm.
fine. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Let's connect tomorrow. Uh, if anyone wants to participate now, you can connect with Supriya. She is making small changes like creating class and interface like that. So you can also participate. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Gautam.
okay.
Suppose if there was no service, what problem it would have created?
If you don't have any common service, you cannot use this way, right?
Because of
You
Stepper we
need
are
a
using.
common service for that. Okay.
It is
Without com
because like we are using Stepper, like the form is broken. That's why like we want one object, right? That's why
right,
we are using.
right. And this scenario you will use when you have a big form, not just for the small form. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. Bye then. Thank you all.
Thank you.